Did you know that nearly half of adults here in America have high blood pressure? I'm actually not joking. According to the American Heart Association, that is about 1 in 4 adults here in the US. My name is Noel.Sanchez and I'm a health and fitness coach. And this might be a little shocking to say, but I've actually had high blood pressure. And I first knew about it whenever I was 22. That was years ago. I was overweight, drinking too much, wasn't taking care of my body. I was constantly eating fast food, coming home, making frozen pizzas, and things like that. And I actually didn't know that I had high blood pressure until one day I went to go donate some blood because I like to donate. I believe in the cause. And what happened was I ended up being overweight and had high blood pressure. And that was the biggest turnaround to say to myself, you know what? It's time to get this life in order. Now, for some of y'all probably know what blood pressure is, but let me just explain what high blood pressure is. There are numerous articles and research out there that states that high blood pressure will typically come from insulin resistance, aka sugar or carbs, or it can come from inflammation that is attacking your body. High blood pressure is the silent killer, which means you may not even know that you have high blood pressure. For example, I didn't even know. And it's called a silent killer because most of the time, you're not really ever going to experience symptoms until it gets to a point where it's actually really bad. And because of that, it is actually stated, according to the American Heart Association, that high blood pressure is one of the leading causes for strokes and heart attacks. Now, before you get all worried and start thinking, oh my God, do I have high blood pressure? And if I do, what can I do about it? Is it too late for me? Is it reversible? Can I manage it? It's totally normal because I had the exact same questions whenever I had high blood pressure. And in this situation, after going through school, getting my certifications, and even just reading and researching about ways to fight high blood pressure, it really comes down to, besides obviously going to your doctor, getting medications and things like that, but it really comes down to two of the most natural and one of the best things that you can start doing right now in order to start your battle against high blood pressure. And also if you're overweight. And the two things that you really need to start focusing on is nutrition and exercise. Now I know what you're thinking, well, what if I don't like exercise? I don't want to do anything. Okay, well, I totally get that because I was at a point where I did not want to do anything at all. If it required me to keep getting up and up and up, I was not about it. Or what about nutrition? I mean, I don't want to be eating plants and freaking celery all day long. I still want to enjoy some ice cream, some French fries, because those are so good to me. Hey, and I get it. And actually, whenever I was in the process of losing weight and managing my high blood pressure, I was actually still enjoying those foods. Now, I was definitely keeping it in moderation. I wasn't eating it every single day. But you got to understand, when you want to do this, it's best to start doing it naturally. So nutrition and exercise will be big factors for you to fight your high blood pressure and lose some weight. Now, nutrition is very important because high blood pressure is one of those things where you could actually be inflamed inside your blood vessels or around your body. So in order to fight that, I mean, you got to give it medicine, right? You got to rebuild, strengthen your body, get it back together. And the way you do that naturally, one of the things that you can do is nutrition. So not just eating vegetables unless you really want to, you'll definitely probably see some major changes. But if you're like, most people like me, I would still like to enjoy foods I like without having to eat all this zucchini or broccoli or celery. It can definitely be overwhelming. So mix in foods that you like, but try to focus more on, nutritious foods. So foods that are going to deliver vitamins, minerals, nutrients to your body, because you got to replenish and you just got to start fighting that inflammation. And the only way you do that naturally is with nutrition. There are actually 3 minerals that you want to incorporate more into your diet so that you can get better results. Those 3 minerals are potassium, magnesium, which is actually not heard of too much, and calcium. That potassium and magnesium were my best go-tos, and I was actually seeing a lot more quicker and better results whenever I was exercising, keeping my nutrition in check, and was checking my blood pressure daily. And then week by week, I was seeing those numbers just starting going down. Now, number 2 is exercise. Now, exercise, it doesn't have to be where you're going to the gym, having to do insane cardio, and you're just gassed and you have no energy, because why put yourself through that? There's actually really, really simple exercises and ways that you can do right now that you probably didn't even realize could actually benefit you. And one of those main exercises that you can start doing right now is just walking. Now, walking is really, really great because it's actually a cardiovascular exercise. And that's really, really good for your heart and your blood vessels as well. Now, think of it like this. Your heart is like a car. It has, your ignition, it's got some oil, it's got gas, it's got everything. If you're not maintaining like the oil in your car or brake fluid or, your check engine light comes on and you're not taking care of those things, eventually later down the road, you're going to start noticing and seeing some problems, which is obviously going to be costly and it's going to cause more time that you have to devote to and take you away from more important things in life, like Netflix. So think of your heart like that. If you're not maintaining, keeping it in shape, making sure, or even just getting daily checkups at your doctor, or it may be deconditioned to a point where you used to be able to walk a certain amount of miles, but now when you walk that same amount of miles, you're starting to get a little more tired or a little more weak or a little more out of breath. Could be a sign that you gotta start getting some cardiovascular exercise. Now, what's also crazy is that you can actually utilize those two main things when you're wanting to lose weight as well. The crazy thing is, weight management is actually a recommendation for high blood pressure. So if you know for a fact that you're carrying a little extra weight, you may want to try to focus on losing weight in order to also help fight hypertension or high blood pressure. Studies show that excess weight that you may be carrying could actually have an impact on why your blood pressure is high. Now, what's great is if you want to lose weight and you have high blood pressure, those two are actually improving together as you are starting your health journey. Now, those are two of the main things that you can try out as soon as possible. And there's definitely way more things that we could talk about, which I can definitely share later, that you can do to help fight high blood pressure and also lose some excess weight. Now, on this channel, I'm going to be posting weekly content about things related to high blood pressure, losing weight, because those two are my passions. And that is why I became a personal trainer and nutritionist, so that I can show you guys what I did in my journey when I was fighting high blood pressure and trying to lose weight. And to show you methods that are backed by science that you can also add in your lifestyle to fight high blood pressure and lose weight. Now, if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon. All right, later guys.